Have you ever noticed how some people just seem to command respect without even trying? Or how certain conversations leave you feeling deeply understood while others fall flat? It's not magic, it's psychology. Small, almost invisible mental habits can completely change how people see you, treat you, and trust you, often without them even realizing it. These aren't manipulative tactics. They're subtle shifts in behavior that tap into the core of human connection. In today's video, we're diving into part 4 of our series, uncovering 5 powerful psychology tricks you can start using every single day. These are simple, practical techniques that quietly influence conversations, build trust, and shape perceptions. And you'll definitely want to stay until the end, because our final trick is a common piece of advice that almost everyone gets wrong. You'll be surprised how a tiny adjustment can make all the difference. Let's get started. Our first trick is called the pause effect. It's incredibly simple, but profoundly effective. The next time someone asks you a question, especially an important one, don't rush to answer. Instead, just pause. Take a full 2-second breath before you speak. That small gap of silence does 3 amazing things almost instantly. First, it makes you appear more confident and composed. People who are insecure tend to rush their words, as if they're afraid of losing the other person's attention. A deliberate pause signals that you're comfortable, in control, and not afraid of the silence. Second, it communicates that your answer is thoughtful and considered. By taking a moment to think, you show that you're not just blurting out the first thing that comes to mind. You're giving their question the respect it deserves and formulating a more intelligent response. This leads to the third benefit. It makes people value what you about to say much more. The anticipation created by that brief silence frames your words as being more significant. Leaders, skilled negotiators, and charismatic public speakers all use this technique, often without even thinking about it. They understand that silence isn't awkward, rushing is. Try it in your next conversation, whether it's with your boss, a friend, or on a date. You'll feel the shift in dynamics immediately. Next up, trick number 2. People inherently trust those who admit to small flaws. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who seemed absolutely perfect? They have the perfect job, the perfect family, and they never seem to make a mistake. It feels a little off, right? Almost suspicious. That's because perfection feels inhuman, and our brains are wired to be wary of things that don't feel real or authentic. This is where the pratfall effect comes into play. Psychologists discovered that admitting a small, harmless flaw actually makes you more likable and trustworthy. When you reveal a minor imperfection, you signal that you're human, just like everyone else. It makes you relatable and disarms the other person's natural skepticism. For example, you could say something like, "I'm honestly terrible with names, but I'm really trying to get better." Or before giving a presentation, you might admit, "I was a little nervous about this, but I'm excited to share it with you." These small admissions of vulnerability don't make you look weak, they make you look honest. It's a paradox. By showing you're not perfect, you become more trustworthy in the eyes of others. The key is to keep the flaw small and non-threatening. Admitting you're bad at remembering names is charming. Admitting you're unreliable isn't. Imperfection makes you human, and human feels safe. Now for trick number 3, and this is a big one that many people misunderstand. Mirror their energy, not their words. You've probably heard of the mirroring technique, where you subtly copy someone's body language to build rapport. But many people take this too far and start repeating the other person's phrases or words. This can quickly come across as creepy, unnatural, or even mocking. True, effective mirroring is much more subtle. It's not about what they say, it's about how they say it. Instead of copying their words, focus on matching their energy level. If they're excited and energetic, bring your own energy up to meet theirs. If they're calm and reflective, lower your voice and speak more slowly. Match their speaking speed and their tone. Is their tone inquisitive, humorous, serious? Tune into that emotional frequency and align with it. When you do this, something incredible happens. The other person feels felt. They feel understood on a subconscious level, even if they can't pinpoint why. This alignment of energy creates a powerful sense of connection and makes them relax and open up to you. It's one of the most effective ways to build rapport without saying a single word about it. Let's move on to our 4th trick, the last word effect. This is all about the power of endings. Our brains have a funny quirk called the recency effect, which means we tend to remember the last thing that happened in an interaction more vividly than anything else. You could have a fantastic hour-long conversation, but if it ends on an awkward or negative note, that's the feeling that will stick. The beginning and middle of the conversation fade, but the end lingers. This is why it's so crucial to always end your interactions on a high note. Make a conscious effort to close conversations with appreciation, curiosity, or positivity. For example, instead of just saying goodbye, you could say, "I really enjoyed this conversation, thank you." Or, "It was great catching up, let's do this again soon." Or even something forward-looking like, "I'm excited to see how that project turns out for you." That final, positive emotional stamp is what the other person will carry away with them. It becomes the emotional summary of your entire interaction. It doesn't matter if the conversation started a bit rocky or had a lull in the middle. If you end it well, you'll be remembered positively. And finally, our fifth trick, the one most people get wrong. The advice is often to ask for a favor to make someone like you, based on the Ben Franklin effect. But asking for a favor can sometimes feel transactional or burdensome. A much more powerful and connective approach is to ask for their opinion, not for a favor. People love to feel valued for their intelligence, their experience, and their perspective. Asking for their opinion is a form of flattery that respects their mind. So, instead of saying, "Can you help me with this problem?" try reframing it. Say something like, "I'm stuck on this, and I really respect how you think. What would you do in this situation?" Or, "I'm trying to decide between two options. Could I get your opinion on it?" This simple change does two things. First, it makes the person feel important and respected. You're not just asking for help, you're seeking their unique wisdom. Second, it creates a collaborative connection rather than a one-sided transaction. And here's the best part. More often than not, after sharing their opinion, they will offer to help you anyway. But now, it's their idea, and it comes from a place of genuine connection. So there you have it, 5 simple but powerful psychology tricks you can start using today. From the confidence of the pause effect to the trust-building power of admitting a flaw, these techniques can subtly reshape your daily interactions. Which of these tricks surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear which one you're going to try first. And if there's a specific psychology trick or persuasion technique you want me to break down in a future video, request it now. In part 5, we'll be exploring the hidden persuasion techniques that people fall for every single day without realizing it. It's going to be a fascinating one, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.